Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Michelle's vlog. And she is running conjugate, so we are doing max effort for the start. And we run a single ME lift on upper day and two of them on lower day. So here we've got her benching with chains. This one was a bit of a grinder because she's never used chains before. And so a little bit slow coming up, and then once she get it moving past her sticking point, then she locks it good. But she got 125 plus 38 pounds of chains on her bench. And notice she benches only close grip, which you guys will notice, and we've discussed in the past. It has to do with her shoulder and the scar and everything she has from getting a pacemaker put in. She's talked about it in the comments. So after that, we do floor press, right? Which again, I like floor press as a staple movement for my benchers who bench close grip. Tends to work very well. In fact, it works for a lot of my lifters in general. But I think a lot of the close grip people, we get a lot out of it. Right? We get a lot out of it. And I say we because I'm one of those people. Now, looks pretty good here. Notice though that over time as she gets fatigued, that wrist bend gets a little bit worse, which you can see over here. And that's a reminder to people that, again, got to learn to squeeze that bar super hard even on our rep work and maintain it all the way through. And that's pretty common. Like it's very, very common what we see there. All right, pull-ups is what we do next. So after our max effort lift on this block for her, we do floor press. With the same grip she uses for benching. We do pull-ups with a neutral grip and close. And again, we're always paying attention to shoulder for her. It's like she can't incline bench, right? She can't incline bench. So we do that. Then we do plate front raises. Again, great bench press builder for your shoulders, right? Great for your shoulders. And again, we come over to people who are going to bench in a little bit closer, putting in lots of front delt work, lots of tricep work, and even lat work is a good idea. It's a very good idea. So we do these, and then she follows up with a bunch of tricep work. At the moment, I've got her doing dumbbell extensions, laying dumbbell extensions, followed by band press downs, and we're continuing to up the volume on the press downs. And I may take her over soon to doing just tons and tons of the press downs to again work on elbow health. And we may look at doing that in the near future, but I also have her do the free weight because triceps in general are really where we need to focus for her. In the past, when I watched her competition benching, right, at her last meet, she definitely needed more tricep. So we're going to shore that up. We're going to bring those triceps up. We're going to get them as thick as possible and keep her moving forward. Now, again, triceps and arms and things are not always easy for drug-free women to build, right? They're just not. So, again, when it's a weak link and it's something she may have to work very, very hard to build up just due to, hormones, genetics, everything else, we have to work it really, really hard. We have to work it hard, which is what we do for her. So that's what her max effort upper days will look like, and then we go over to max effort lower. Again, she's never squatted with chains, so she ended up with the same chain set there, doing 225 plus the chains. And, it was a little slower than I might have wanted, which tells me a lot about where her weak links are, because, again, we expect her to come out of the bottom really fast with this, but let's watch what happens. So, again, this is why a lot of these max effort lifts tell us a lot about where our weak links are that we need to bring up. Because in her case, we want to get her to nationals next year. If possible, we want to get to nationals. But, again, she gets good and deep, comes up, and it's slow through that lockout. Right, it's slow there even against the chains. So again, back, we want to work on her back. Right, you need to make sure her lower back, mid back, and everything is a little bit stronger. All right, then we did Sumo block pulls off of 1-inch blocks. All right, and this is 305. I believe this is 285. think that's what it is. And then she does 305 for the next one. Because she was, I was at my computer working while she was at the gym. And she messaged me on that. I'm like, no, just go to 305. You got it. So she loads up 305. She pulls it. Again, new to sumos, only her second time sumoing, and we're already above 300 pounds for one of the variations. All right. Good and fast off the bottom, which we expect off of a sumo block pull. Fighting through that lockout a little bit, so we need a little more hamstring, right, to get more speed there, which is good because we're doing hamstring. So we have the glute ham raises, and of course she had asked me. She said once someone said my GHRs were sus in the comments, and I'm like, don't listen to people in the comments. And it's something I work with a lot of my vloggers on, is learning to, when they come through and they see a negative or a statement or criticism in the comments, to learn to just ignore it. These people don't know what they're talking about, right? It's not a check mark from Chris Duffin's page, right? So always remember that, guys. If someone gives you criticism on a technique or anything you're doing, look to see who they are. Look to see who they are. Don't just assume they know anything, because odds are they don't. Odds are they don't. Look to see who it actually is. If they're a full-time strength coach who produces elite lifters, it will be all over their page. It'll be all over their page. And if they aren't doing that for a living, you can safely ignore them. Right? We can safely ignore those people. So we do leg press at this point, and then we do reverse hypers. So her max effort upper days at the moment, that's what they look like. We have leg press, we have glute ham raise, we have reverse hypers. And again, I'm going to have her live on the reverse hyper. She hadn't done them previously before working with me. So I'm like, no, we need to be doing these every lower day. Let's get in and build this up. And let's work on these reverse hypers. Again, you guys know how I feel about this movement. You know why I promote it. I'm a massive advocate for it, and I have been for a long time. And I make a lot of my clients buy these for their home gyms. All right, I insist that they get one eventually. All right, speed bench day, dynamic effort benching up next. So we're still using straight weight, and then next week we will go to chains. Go to chains for her on all her dynamic effort work. So we just included the one set here to show what she's doing with speed bench. Her speed's getting much better, right? So much more aggressive than what we saw in the past. Because I said before, she was strong but slow, right? Getting faster there. Getting faster there. And we follow that up with dumbbell presses. Right? We follow it up with dumbbell presses, which again, we want the best carryover to our closed grip. We want them turned in like she's doing. We want them turned in almost to a hammer grip, very, very close to it. And those elbows tuck super hard, just like it would on a closed grip bench, but we're getting a deeper range of motion. All right, following that, we do plate front raises. Oh, we got pull-ups, She does her neutral grip pull-ups, and then we do our plate front raises after that. All right, we do them after that. And we're going to continue to work on her shoulders, her upper back, all those things. We're going to have to hit those nice and hard, which we are. You guys will see on her next lower day, we started adding in one arm dumbbell rows. But here we have our plate front raises. And then we'll follow that up with more tricep work. And we'll follow it up with a bunch more tricep work. Again, hammering that weak link. All right, we want to hit that weak link, but that doesn't mean that we ignore the other stuff. All right, you still see us training pecs, for example. Even though we're doing this extra delt work and then lots of tricep work, we still work the pecs, just not as high of a priority. All right, speed squats. We use the SSB for these. And I want her to continue to work on getting that stance wider. She's doing a little better there. Notice she's a little more vertical, a little more box rocking than I might want. So I want her to work on staying tighter there. So remember that, Michelle, when you listen to this vlog, stay tight. Don't let your torso rock back like that. All right, we want to minimize it. Some of it's going to happen, but we want to try to minimize it. It'll probably never be 0, but we want to get that as small as possible. All right, Sumo speed pulls, the name of the game today, followed by glute ham raises. All right, followed by glute ham raises. And then, of course, we'll do our one-arm dumbbell rows after that, and reverse hyperextensions. And what we may do is move some of those dumbbell rows back into her upper days so that I can add more lower work, because I feel like there's certain things that we need to add for her. So again, here's our dumbbell rows. And, these are one of these personal preference things. I've had some lifters like, can I just put my hand on a bench in front of me? Should I put my knee on a bench? I mean, it's personal preference. I usually prefer the knee on the bench, but I don't think that it particularly matters. Do whatever you're comfortable with. And then you guys can watch her finish up here with her reverse hypers. So I hope it has been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.